Hi, I'd like to introduce you to Paul Cameron. Paul's actually a personal friend. He's another gentleman that's in midlife. He's 58 years old, and I understand, Paul, you're a realtor.
That's correct, David. I'm a realtor. How many years have I been in it now? Since 2006.
Okay, in North Vancouver, right?
Yeah, I'm based in North Van. I work in various parts of the Lower Mainland, but predominantly North and West Vancouver, and then other parts as well, Vancouver, Burnaby, etc.
So I know you have two kids. I think they're late teenage years, high school. Um, you're smack dab kind of in the middle of it you're busy with your realtor business. You're busy kind of raising these kids, getting them off to school. How do you find time to train? What do you do as when you train as well?
Uh, well, I think the first thing is you just have to make it a priority. So I think anything that you make a priority, you'll find time for. I mean, my kids at this point now they're not like kids anymore. They're 17 and 20. My son is 20, my daughter's 17. So I've always just made it a priority and made time to. I'm an evening exerciser, and
Okay.
so yeah, I never much for really super early mornings. So so I would do my typically I go for a run in the evenings between 5 and 6, or if the weather doesn't permit, if it's raining or something, I'll go to the gym.
And so like running that pounding on your joints, right, can impact you over time. I mean, are you conscious of that? And do you try to counter that with strength training and mobility or anything like that?
I'm definitely conscious of it because I've suffered, I guess, the effects of running for like I mean I'm not a long distance runner. I'm like I mean I've never even actually measured it, but I would say my run that I've got like a route that I do with my dog now and my other dog prior to this dog that I currently have. It's only about probably 7K. Most of it's in the woods on the trails,
Okay.
and half of it's kind of on an incline, so it's uphill. And yes, I've suffered pain over the years in my usually in my knees. I had some hip pain for a while, and some lower back. And yeah, so typically what I'll do is I haven't really consciously thought about how to counter it with weight training, but just I guess happens by coincidence. That's what I would usually end up doing because I'd end up going to the gym and just doing Stairmaster or something low impact,
Okay.
even swimming sometimes until until the pain went away, and then I would go back running. Um, I know that it's not good for your joints after a while, but I'm still able to do it. And again, we're not talking hardcore,
Yeah.
long marathon type stuff. I'm not doing that. I like it, and it's good. I'm on my second dog now in the last 21 years. We got dog number two, the other guy we put down a few years ago, and I just love getting out with my dog.
Yeah. No,
I
that's
like it.
I mean, you've ever given any thought to, okay, let's look at Paul 10 to 15 years from now, from where you are. So 68-year Paul or 73-year-old Paul. And what
I
kind of
try not to.
hobbies, I guess, yeah, well, I mean, what kind of hobbies do you still want to be running? I mean, I don't know if you golf or ski or whatever, but right, do you
Yeah,
think about that at all? And the kind of things that you need to have, like the mobility and balance and grip strength and all this kind of stuff to do certain things.
yeah, I do think of that sometimes. I mean, in terms of cardio, I just it's probably been my main area of focus. I've never really got too much into the weights because my body type is I think there's endo and ectomorph.
Yeah, there's actually
I,
three types. Yeah,
I'm
but
I'm the I'm the
endomorphic.
stocky kind, whatever. I'm not the sort
Yeah.
of like prone to over obesity or not that, but like more muscular. And so, to be honest with you, part of it was just vanity. I never really wanted to be, I don't like the way I look when I'm, you know, all pumped up. It's not a look that I
Yeah.
aspire to. I don't like it. So I never really got too much into weights. Most of my fitness regime has been all aerobic, like anaerobic. My wife's a fitness teacher, so I used to go to her fitness
Yeah.
class
But
and then running
do you
and
think,
yeah, a little bit. I mean, I grew up playing hockey. Don't
yeah,
play it as an adult, but
you're
played some.
Canadian.
Yeah, played some floor hockey as an adult. But so my apologies, David. I forget the question now. I kind of went off
Well,
on a
I mean,
tangent.
I just think that maybe you're conflating like strength training with muscle, like a bodybuilding kind of thing, right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
know?
Not now. Not now. I used to think that way. My
Yeah,
apologies. Now I've become very aware that as we get older, we lose muscle mass.
right.
And and so I have definitely incorporated weights into my fitness regime through the week. I try to mix it up with cardio and weights, but I don't lift heavy weights. I try to keep the, maybe I'm doing this wrong. Maybe I should be. Maybe you can enlighten me, but I try to do lots of reps, but lighter weights.
It's
I'll do
perfect.
12 pound dumbbells kind of thing. And then um, try to work on the chest, as we get older, we get the
Yeah.
man boobs. And so I try to
No, no, I think that's perfect. I think that's, ultimately what you want to do, build up reps, but you can also add more weight as time goes by, just a little bit more. So
okay.
do you Paul, think about this concept of health span? Do you even know what it is? I mean, everybody wants to, most people want to live for as long as they can, but this whole concept of living as well as you can for as long as you can. Like, is that something that you've been, I mean, there's a lot of stuff around it. You can see it on me out there in social media now. It's starting, and there's a lot of aging research, but I'm just wondering, does it something that's even enter your consciousness?
Yeah. Um, yes, I haven't thought of it in I haven't used that term before, health span, but I if I understand you correctly, it's just there's one thing about lifespan. You could live to 90, and the last 15 years of it, is this where you could be very unhealthy?
Exactly.
Is that what you mean? Yeah, okay,
You'd be
sure.
in a care
Oh yeah,
center.
yeah, I do think about it, and I've had these conversations with other friends in my cohort, if you will, in the late 50s to mid 60s. And yeah, it is a topic that comes up because you're like, thinking about it, what's the average lifespan of a person in Canada or North America? And you think, okay, I got until 85 or something, but reality is, you probably don't. You're not going to be traveling around the world when you're in the last, you might be if you're Mick Jagger, I suppose, but for most of us, yeah, you're not. So to answer your question, yes, I do think about
Yeah.
that.
Okay, good. Just wrapping up, and I appreciate your time. Any advice that you would give to someone kind of in your situation, middle-aged male, still busy with work, still have relatively young kids. I mean, they're not, I understand they're not little kids, but you know, uh,
Yeah. Well, my advice is just to, if you're not active, to get active. I believe it's never too late, and if you are active, stay active. And my part of my motivation has always been, again, I won't lie, part of it's just vanity. I have a tendency to not be obese, not, I know the word fat is politically
yeah,
correct now, but I was fighting the dad bod long before I became a dad. So I've always been trying to stay fit. I'm very conscious of the health benefits of just being fit. But of course, you want to look fit too. And
yeah,
and you want to fit into your clothes comfortably. And so that's always been a motivation for me, is just to try to look my best and be, again, comfortable in my clothing. And then of course, more importantly, is to be healthy. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Maybe you can enlighten me a little bit more about other things I should be doing, fitting into my routine. But to anybody my age, it's just to, yeah, if you're active, keep doing it. And if you're not, then get active. I mean, I have close friends who do and have never done anything. And
Yeah.
I'm always a little just incredulous about that. I don't really say anything to it. I don't feel it's my place, but
Right.
it always kind of blows my mind. I like getting out and sweating. I don't feel like I've really done anything until I am just drenched in sweat. That's why I like running. I
Yeah.
love it because at the end of it, I don't know about you, but it pumps me up. And again, a secondary benefit is it's good for the mental health. I
That's
don't
true.
I fortunately I've never had to struggle with real depression or anything, but I hear of people who have. I know occasionally get anxiety about things. I do find that it really helps with that as well.
Right.
If you work out, it just I don't know, it does something to alleviate that sense of anxiety that I might have over something in particular, or just a generalized anxiety. So yeah, keep doing it. I love doing it. I'm going to keep doing it.
Oh, fantastic, Paul. I really appreciate you making a few minutes today. And yeah, I mean, I think if you can try to work in a little bit more strength training, it seems like you're more conscious of it now. I think that'll be a good compliment for you, and maybe a little bit of stability, mobility stuff as well. Because I mean, as we know, we're on that slippery slope at the moment. So you got to work hard.
You're a little further ahead of me, though, I think,
Yeah, a
right?
little bit, a little bit. All right. You have a great day, Paul.
All
Thank you
right,
very
David.
much.
Thank you.